The employer system is not prepared for thousands of workers of ASML. So it was a big surprise for us. We stand here as FNV and CNV, unions united, and also there are even of the VAP2 and the Unie. They thought it was too early, but they stand us as one. So we're at the negotiations table, we stand as one, but today we're here just two unions, FNV and CNV. They thought it was too early, but I think it's never too early to everybody involved in this reorganization. Because a reorganization has a face. And today with this signal, all these people here around, that makes that the reorganization is about people. And they don't understand that. Do you agree?
Yay!
First of all, this reorganization is not necessary. Not in this way, not with forced layoffs as they predict. This is not the way to do this. This is ASML. They have a profit of $9.6 billion last year. You have to keep your people with respect. Do you agree?
Yes! Hey!
Monday we go further with these negotiations about the social plan if it's really needed. But first of all, it has to be clear that the signal is no forced layoff. That's the most important message. This reorganization doesn't stand by itself. Unfortunately, we have the experience that one reorganization not stand by itself. They wanted a social plan for 2 years. Why 2 years? And what's coming next? What's evolving behind the scenes? We already know that in the US, which has also been affected by this reorganization, they're already affecting out their layoffs there. Next week they're going to be fired, already 300 people in the US. But it's the same reorganization as here. Now, here you have to do it with unions, you have to do it with work council, so here you have to follow the procedures. This reorganization is by the book. They did a report from McKinsey. Now, McKinsey, you all know them. One thing is for sure, when you get McKinsey here on the floor, is there are layoffs and the top management get big fees. That's the figures about McKinsey. That's the barcode innovation, what they exploit to set out. That's not what we want, do we?
No!
McKinsey can be McKinsey, but these things, this agile working, you have to do within ASML, and not from an outsider who's going to discuss how we have to do it. You're all engineers, and you're all managers in this operation. You know how this works. You know the very difficult machines that you make here. So it has to come within ASML, and not from outsiders. As McKinsey, they're just looking for figures, and this is about people. And people you have to treat with respect. Do you agree?
Hey!
ASML is the architect about this way of working. And if the architect fails, then they have to sit on the blizzards, like they say, and they have to do it differently. They are the architect, they make failures, and they have to put it right, but do it in a nice way. Take 3-4 years, do it within, and without forced layoffs. That has to be the picture, what we're going to draw out the coming weeks. Eventually, of course, when there is a reorganization, some people have to search for new jobs. And it's going to be infected 4,500 people. 3,000 of them have to search within ASML for a new job as an engineer or different departments. How that procedure goes, the select procedure, we don't know. And they said they do it on quality. Well, we don't want to do it on quality. That has to be objectively and clearly and fair. And for now, if you see the RFR, you all have written, that's about quality. That's not the way you have to do it. So that's going to be a pointer for us as unions at the table. That has to be done in a fair way. Do you agree?
Yes!
There's also some other issues. How does ASML go out with its people? How they respect the people, the quality, the talents that they have. Also in the operation, we see they have to have some health issues. We want to point as well as that. Doesn't interfere with this reorganization, but also there are issues that has to be heard. And ASML always says, okay, we want to talk about it, but you always put it in the future. We want to make arrangements now and not for waiting in the future. So we need you in this process. This can't be done alone. We can't do this, Remy and I, alone, so we need you. So we're very happy if I make a figure right here with more than 1,000 people outside, give them a firm signal to the negotiation table, which on Monday is going to be filled again. All day we're going to be sitting in Hees in the Capelleput. We're going to further negotiate about this reorganization, the cause and necessity of it. It's going to be still at the table. And in the end, if there's going to be a reorganization, there has to be a social plan. But a social plan with a golden edge. Not a social plan what they do benchmarking in the BV Netherlands. Then they look at Philips, they look at NXP, those reorganizations, those social plans, which is laid down. They're born out of necessity of finance. But here is an organization decision, not based on financial reasons, based on a totally different perspective. And we are against it. So if you messed up, you failed as an architect in a work way of ASML, you have to do it in a nice way and search for a good perspective for the people as well. Let me see. I come to an end for this because this, I know it is your break, it's in your own time. Monday we're going to negotiate. We have still after that two rounds to follow. If we don't come to an agreement, which is settable for everybody, will you come out again?
Yay!
We didn't hear good at this side. Maybe in the back we didn't hear yet. Do you want to? Yes!
Yay!
Because we're going to need you. If Remy and I stand at the gate by ourselves, we have no position at all. This gives a clear signal to ASML. We have position at the negotiation table, and we will use that position. So we will inform you about this negotiation, how they go. When we need you, we call you again. We know where it is now, we know how it works, so we can do this even better and maybe even a bigger scale as it is now. So for now I want to thank you, but not before you're going. You all have a badge with you, and you have to turn it for the coming period upside down. So out of respect, if they respect you, it comes back up again. But for now, this period, if we don't reach an agreement on that time, the badge upside down as a protest. It's easy, you just forget to put it up and you put it the other way around. If they want to treat you with respect, it's possible, and then goes up again. So that you need to earn respect and not to do it in this way. I want to thank you for your pleasant arrive here. You have to go back to work, and unfortunately it goes the way it goes, and we will keep you informed about the negotiation. So thank you very much, and if I want to, we come again here. If we want to, we come again here. Sorry, Remy. Remy's from the CNV. And we do this together with the other unions, which will follow always. Can I count on you once again?
Yay!
Thank you very much. Have a very nice day and keep in touch. Thank you. Hey,